Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with NXT Takeover, the End Live reactions, and the cage match between Finn Balor, or should I say Demon Balor, and Samoa Joe is about to be underway. John, are you there?
Apologies, my friend. It's Demon Balor, it's Samoa Joe, it's the final encounter in the cage for the NXT Championship.
And Balor dropped the red from his paint and from his attire. He's now rocking exclusively black and white.
Yes. And I gotta tell ya.
I wonder if the name of the pay-per-view is referring to is the end of the separation of the NXT universe from the main roster universe.
Potentially.
Maybe we'll be getting the club showing up in NXT and bringing Balor up with them.
Well, I mean, that's an excellent point. I mean, after all, black and white are the club colors.
Mm-hmm.
And now Demon Balor here with the strikes. Spin kick there to Joe. Off the ropes. Drop kick there. Beautifully
It's worth
done.
noting that the door is still hanging wide open.
Yes, and I have to figure, at least in my mind, Joe is going to make several attempts at that door. Joe is going to take the path. Oh, and look at that, blocks the attempt for his face to meet steel there.
I guess somebody on the outside must have closed the door because I do see it is closed now.
I was going to say, Joe is going to take the path of least resistance to me. The easiest way to retain his championship would just be waltzing right out of that door. Knife edge chop there by Joe.
That was one of the most devastating knife edge chops I think I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, that's just Joe. That's all intensity, all aggression, all the time. This man doesn't know how to do anything else. And now Balor up at the knee there by Joe. And that's the thing,
Let's
Ashton.
go Finn chance.
This is a very different situation for Finn Ashton because not only is this his first ever cage match, even with the demon power, coming with him, he has said himself that even though he's won the past two encounters with Joe, he survived those encounters. It wasn't really dominant victories.
Yeah,
now
and that's
Joe
why I keep on saying I feel like if they wanted to do a stipulation match for this, it should have been last man standing rather than a cage match.
And I certainly would agree with you there. I mean, if you really want to push two guys to their limit, nothing does it quite like last man standing. And now Irish whip into the corner there, and I think that was another forearm there by Balor, a chop to Joe.
Yeah, it was a knife edge chop again.
And Joe, the boot to the arm. And now Joe going to the top rope. That's uncharacteristic. But, I think that was that a Gamengiri, Ashton? Am I saying it right? Or was that an Enziguri?
That was a Gamengiri, yep.
Look at John stepping up the field work. And now Balor in control.
In general, if somebody's kind of reaching upwards to do the kick, it's usually a Gamengiri.
Right. And look at Balor, though, trying the escape attempt as well.
Yeah.
Balor knows what he was in for in TakeOver London, Dallas, and Lowell, Massachusetts. And, just tossed right into the steel there.
Oh, my God. Now, Joe, run away. Escape right now. Do it. You have time.
Oh, man. Balor now holding that arm.
This is why I hate cage matches.
I think Joe just showed the demon his own mortality. And again now, tossing the back right into the steel there.
I think other than Punjabi Prison, I'm pretty sure cage match is my least favorite kind of match.
And certainly no one could blame him. I mean, Joe, if he wasn't such a sadist, he could walk right out that door. I mean, who could really stop?
Clearly he's not that much of a sadist because he tried escaping first thing when the bell rang.
Well, that's true, but maybe now that he's in a groove, maybe he's like, what was I so worried about? Maybe now he's starting to, wait a minute here.
In Balor.
Let's establish up again. Back elbow. Get right to the head there, good God.
Yeah, that's a nice little Joe combination there.
Joe, look at him just staring at the carcass of the demon right now. It
is worth bringing up for our audience that in between the last match and this one, we saw a backstage segment where William Regal was giving an interview, and Bobby Roode walked by, and we got a little hinting that William Regal was headed to talk to him in a private room.
Yes. One can only fathom what those meetings were about as Joe now continues with the strikes and now, just grinding the boot.
I'm guessing
could be a running face wash. Beg pardon?
I'm guessing employment.
I would guess that too, my friend. And now,
Joe, here we go. Joe going for face wash.
Oh, running face wash there.
I wonder if that would hurt your foot if you would run a little bit too hard and jam your foot up into the cage.
I'd be less concerned about that than the state of the person's face.
Yeah, that's true.
Balor, I don't even know how
to think about residual damage, though, man.
That is true. I mean, you do make a good point. And now,
I mean, every time someone delivers a suplex, they're landing on their back too, just not as hard.
and it's right there. And you got to figure too in a steel cage. I mean, that foot's got to make contact with the steel even slightly.
Exactly.
And Balor, they're trying to get back up. I mean, is on both knees. And Joe, see, I don't like this posturing from Joe though. Just because you're the bigger and more dominant man doesn't mean you should be rest on your laurels about it. You know?
I think he just feels confident because it's like he finally got that Balor monkey off his back.
Oh, he has to, because that's the third time I've seen him just straight up toss Balor into the steel cage.
That's what I'm saying, though. Joe lost to Finn so many times, knowing in his mind, in his own self, that he could beat Finn, and he finally pulled it off at that house show in Lowell, and now he is just on cloud nine, knowing that he actually got that monkey off his back.
But could he be overlooking the Demon to a degree, Ashton?
The Demon, I think, yes. Finn Balor, no. But the Demon is who he needs to be worried about.
Oh, and look at that. He's almost got half of his body out of the cage here. And Joe just grabbing on like a pit bull on that leg. He realizes...
Yeah. Finn is smart enough to know when to go for the escape.
Exactly.
Joe hasn't been that smart.
But look at the imagery there. Joe just pulling Balor back into his own personal hell. And now the German there.
Wow. I think it's funny, though, that when somebody starts to attempt to escape, it gives the other person, like, an aura of recovery where they recover faster.
It's like, oh, wait a minute, the match is about to end. No! And then they leap. And then
yeah, it's like that instinct where somebody could be laying on their back for 30 seconds, but as soon as somebody goes for a pin, they know when to kick out.
Exactly, and Joe.
Like you as a wrestler, you just have that instinct on when your victory is coming to a potential threat.
Exactly, and Joe now going to try and scale the cage again, but Balor, look at chopping the leg.
That's unique. Chopping the inner knee, that's painful, is what that is.
Exactly, a very sensitive area. Now Balor.
Oh, and head meets steel.
And now he's going to try to go up, and oh, Joe with the, oh my God.
This cage looks shoddy as hell. Can I just say that?
Well, I mean,
let me rephrase that. I mean, the structure itself, from an aesthetic standpoint, looks great, but it looks very structurally unsound.
Probably. And now Joe into the cover. One, there.
Two. Oh, nope. That's right. You can win this match by pinfall or submission.
And I mean, Joe pinned Balor in low. I mean, that's how he won the championship. He may have to do it to retain it here tonight.
Oh my God, another knife edge chop. Those things are devastating.
I'll tell you, Balor, I don't think has been able to get into second gear since this match started. And Joe now at the alternating strikes.
Yeah, just punching the shit out of him. And
I mean,
now Joe. Oh.
And Joe's own momentum used against him, and that could be the opening that Balor so desperately needed.
John, do you realize how much that would hurt?
Oh my God. Well, you're talking about your bare back meeting steel at that velocity, and now Balor. No, I thought it was going to be a dropkick.
Oh, another knife edge chop. Balor is just abusing these knife edge chops tonight, man.
He's channeling his inner Ric Flair, and another
one. He was even using knife edge chops on the inside of Joe's knee when they were up on the ropes clinging to the cage earlier.
Oh, but look at Joe. He's
and Balor's side of his hand meets steel. Oh, coquina clutch.
Oh, but look at that. Balor able to slip out of it.
I'm surprised he didn't go straight for a Pele there.
And, there's the drop kick that I was expecting the first time around.
Yeah.
Joe's still in a compromised position here, Ashton. His body back against the steel, front against the ropes, and now Balor, look at this, using Joe as like a stepping stool. And Joe, though, grabbing the foot.
When you use a person as a stepping stool, you've got to realize that said person has arms that can reach you.
Exactly, and now Finn, the kick!
Penalty kick right to the
face.
Oh, that's Joe landed on the top rope and it knocked Finn off balance.
I'll tell you what.
Wow, I can't believe that matter of luck for Joe. That was brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
Rest in peace, any potential future demons Finn was hoping for.
Exactly. Yeah, the demon spawn, you can see at the exact moment they all died simultaneously. Wham!
Yeah, that was messed up. And the funny thing is, Joe didn't even do that on purpose. He just passed out and landed on the rope.
Yeah, those flames shot up in more ways than one, and they took everything with them.
Look at this. Penalty kick, Joe passes out, and there goes Finn.
Oh my God, poor Finn.
Finn just screwed himself.
Iranagi in the corner.
Good.
And now we know what usually precedes this.
Yeah, Muscle Buster, which is what he used to beat Finn. Oh, and Lowell, and he's going to get this too. No, he's not. Never
No,
mind.
he's not. It's on the flip. And Joe kicks
Yeah.
out.
Woo! That was close, though. Look at
Oh, and the
Joe with
forearm.
the forearm, but Finn with the return. These
This
guys
strike
trading.
battle here.
What do you call it, John? Exchanging soup bones?
Yeah, Shades of Taz exchanging soup bones is right. Pele! Pele kick!
And Joe just plops.
Oh my goodness. All of Joe just crashed on the canvas.
This is like what I was talking about earlier. These guys both have both of their shoulders down. If one of them didn't have to be on top of the other one in order for it to count as a pinfall, they would both be losing right now.
Exactly.
But they have that instinct where as soon as they feel the referee's hand on its way down for a third count, they know to kick out if they're conscious at all.
And look at this Balor with a sense of urgency here. We're going to try and scale the cage again. And Joe, though, meets him there. Yeah. Joe is not going to let Balor create that much distance between the two of them.
Honestly, I'm surprised at how many times Finn has attempted to escape the cage.
I am as well. I thought
From a psychological standpoint, if you're Finn Balor, you're not really interested in escaping. You're interested in dominating.
Exactly.
And right off the top rope.
Good God. Both these men are down. What impact there. What a crash.
Finn is recovered very quickly and going for the cover. 1, 2, and Joe kicks out with authority, believe it or not.
He does, and no Balor.
Oh, Finn wants this shotgun drop kick to set up for the coup de grace.
Oh, he sling
blade.
It's like, fuck your shotgun drop kick.
Wow.
And now could he be going for it? And he, oh no, Joe saw it sent on. Oh my God. That humanity just liquefying the internal organs of the challenger. Muscle Buster again, he got it.
Wow, that might be it.
1.
It's the demon. 2. And the demon kicks out of the Muscle Buster. We've seen it before. He has kicked out of the Muscle Buster, I believe, in all 3 of their live special matches.
I have to agree with you there. I think that's an accurate assessment of the situation. And I was even getting ready to say.
The reason that Joe was able to win with the Muscle Buster at the house show was because it was not the demon.
But how much does it cost of Finn's humanity for the demon to kick out of these maneuvers? And Joe just staring stunned at the challenger. I mean, all this time he's been staring, he could have walked out the door.
That's true.
And he is so frozen in fear, and like he's angry.
He's stunned. He is stunned. He does not know what to do at this point. He's not even thinking about the door because he's wondering how he can put the demon away. It's like an obstacle for him that he has in his mind that he hasn't overcome yet is the demon.
Exactly, and those kicks, I did not like the way Joe's face changed. Oh, could it be a power bomb here?
I think he's going for one, but I think Finn's going to get out of it.
Style.
Finn? Yep.
Balor does get out of it. And then Joe's momentum again. Sends his face crashing into the steel. And again.
And on the other side, too.
Oh, but Balor, look at this now.
Drop kick.
Sling blade again.
Blade. I keep on thinking he's going for the drop kick, but he gets that sling blade in.
Now it's going to be the drop kick. There it is.
Yeah, there you go. You know Finn better than I do, clearly. Joe is still on his feet, though.
But another drop kick here. And there it is.
Oh, and now Joe is in position for the coup de grace.
But is Balor going to be smart and do it from the top rope, or is he going to be stupid and do it from the top of the cage?
Ready to roll over there, but Balor, at this point, Balor's best bet would be to try to escape the cage.
I agree, and he got it. He got the coup de grace.
Is he going to win? By pinfall.
2, and Joe kicks out.
Wow. Is that the first time we've ever seen Joe kick out of the coup de grace?
I think it is, in
More
fact.
importantly, is that the first time anyone has ever kicked out of the coup de grace?
I think it is, my friend.
I think it is, too.
You got to wonder. I mean, Ashton, I got to ask you. I know you just advised that Balor should have escaped the cage, but if he was so intent on committing to the pinfall, maybe he should have hit Bloody Sunday immediately afterwards.
That's a great point. Yeah, he had been winning matches with that prior to their match in Lowell.
Oh, wait a minute here. Now, what is Balor
setting up for Bloody Sunday? For, what is it, 1915, I think is the name of it?
1916, I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, Coquina Clutch.
Coquina Clutch.
Oh, and Balor here. He's got
to find a way to escape before Joe drops down into a grapevine.
Well, even if he would get to the ropes, I mean, Joe legally doesn't have to break the hold.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said he needs to find a way to escape, because there are no rope breaks.
Oh, look at the brilliance, reversing the leverage.
Coup de grace.
Yeah, a more standard See to like coup de grace. They're stationary, I should say, not from the top rope, but just from the standard position.
I shall call him Mini Gra.
There you go. Mini gras by Balor. And again, I mean, he's got to be exasperated a little bit, but you got to start thinking, am I going to scale the cage? I mean, Balor seems like he is not going to try even once to escape through the door. Well, actually, no, he did earlier. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
But he seems more fixated.
I think he wants to go up and hit a coup de grace off the cage, but Joe has him by the foot.
Oh, and then he kicked Joe off there, though. And oh, wait, look at Joe's positioning. And this is what I was afraid of.
Finn wants a coup de grace off the cage, I think.
His
and
pride
this is the biggest mistake he could make because Joe, you're giving him way too much time to recover. I guarantee if Finn tries to do this, oh, look at this, though. Joe actually recovered in time.
Joe's like, fuck your coup de grace attempt. And Balor's trying to fight him off. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this
Joe has Balor by the arm.
He does. He's always pulling him in. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, head meets steel. And he's
got to be out cold.
Oh, is he going to hit a super muscle buster up there?
I think he... Oh, my God.
Position. Oh, my God.
He's out cold. He's done. Oh, there it is.
Wow.
It's over.
That's it.
One, two, 3 count.
And the demon is pinned.
Joe retains.
We have been saying this whole time, this match was a cage match for the sake of protecting the demon and that reputation that comes with the demon. As it turns out, not only did they not even need it to be a cage match, given that there wasn't a win by escape, but the demon wasn't even protected.
Exactly.
That makes the fact that this was a cage match even more pointless. And the idea that it could have been a last man standing match means even more now, because that could have been what did it.
Oh, yeah. Tell me one person that could get up from a super, or what we should really more technically call an avalanche muscle buster.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Joe is down. Oh, he's stirring, but still, Jesus.
Is he even aware that he's still the champion?
I don't know if he is. I think he might just be happy to still be breathing.
I think that cover was purely on instinct. Let's take a look at this. Well, first, the first muscle buster, the boring muscle buster after what we just saw.
That was still I mean, the lift that he got on that, he did like a jump before falling backwards, and that, I mean, Finn still managed to kick out of it. And now Balor with this coup de grace. Joe, the first man to kick out of the coup de grace, from what I understand.
Yeah, Joe, in the respect of kicking out of everything Balor had to deal out, I mean, that was dominance. And then this, if nothing else about this match, this will end up on a future NXT highlight reel.
For sure.
You see Balor trying to fight out. This is the moment right here. Joe has the arm. Look at the arm control. Balor trying to use the free arm, and then grabs that. BAM! And I think immediately Demon Balor lost consciousness there. Joe had control, and then it was easy. The body was malleable, and that was Joe's design for it. An avalanche muscle buster. And Joe goes...
I love, too, that he did like a sideways rotation in the air, just to make sure that like Finn didn't hit on the turnbuckle, and that Joe didn't like stumble in the ring or anything like that. He rotated mid-air just to make sure that he got all of it.
Exactly. That was full impact. Let me tell you something. We said earlier that implicitly Nakamura Aries was the #1 contenders match with the way those two men were talking. And as great as Nakamura is, I think that finish just put him on notice. Yeah. Good God, Joe is a savage.
Dude, the fact that there is potential for Joe Nakamura in the future excites me.
Yes. Because this Samoa Joe versus the Shinsuke Nakamura we saw tonight, good luck staying together, universe.
So are we going to have something, or is something going to go down to close this takeover to give us reason to be interested in next week's episode of NXT?
Potentially. I mean, Joe is just staring about, but I think he's going to leave. I don't think he wants to do any more damage. I think he proved his point. And, oh, man. Hey, Joe said, I have the advantage, and you know I have the advantage. You know I do, and you've been ducking me. I think Joe's confidence, his belief in himself as NXT champion has reached an all-time high after tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my
He got
God.
the Finn Balor monkey off his back, and then he eviscerated that monkey before it had a chance to get back on.
Exactly. Joe made a statement tonight. NXT is my world. I'm just granting you all the privilege of living in it. One more time, folks. Avalanche in slow motion. Muscle Buster.
That was very impressive.
Good God, what an athlete. What a freak is Samoa Joe.
And what kind of impact does that have now, though, knowing that the demon version of Finn Balor is, in fact, mortal?
Exactly. What does it say psychologically to Balor? What does it say psychologically to all future opposition? Has Joe taken away an advantage from Balor in future bouts here? And Joe, look at that sight. Balor is still down, and Joe just holding that NXT championship high. Eyes closed. I think Joe's in a state of pure ecstasy right now. And he's just clutching that belt to his chest like it was his own child.
And yeah, I'm just curious to see if we're gonna get any kind of angle at the end of this show or something.
No, we got the logo right there.
Well, we've seen something like that before, where the signature came up and we had an angle after. But
that is true. But
it doesn't look like we're gonna get that on this show.
There it is, people. Joe is still your NXT champion. And as far as talents, American Alpha, and the Demon Finn Balor are concerned, I think the future just got exponentially more interesting.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, that was an all right show. That was an all right NXT Takeover. If we're comparing that to every WWE show, it was exceptional. If we're only looking at it compared to other NXT Takeover specials, I'd say bottom third.
I would agree with that. Really, I'd still say, even after everything, tag title match was my match of the night. Do you agree?
I agree 100%. That was so good. Such amazing just tag team psychology, everything. It was awesome.
Dash Wilder MVP.
Yeah,
that
for
was
sure.
So good.
All right, guys. Well, that being said, we're going to close things out here, and we will see you all for Lucha Underground.